Today, we are going to be going over the 10 rarest things inside of Brawl Stars. Look guys, I've been playing Brawl Stars for a very long time, and I would like to say I know a lot of stuff about this game. So, with that in mind, the list that we're going over today is things that I can remember, things that I've seen in the past, and things that have truly shocked me when it comes to rare items or rare things inside of Brawl Stars. So, you know, seeing that I'm just one guy, maybe there might be even more rare things out there that maybe one of you know about. Be sure to let me know. I would love to hear all the rare things you can think of, because believe it or not, I absolutely adore this type of stuff. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that. Starting off with our very first one, a somewhat uneventful one, and I promise there are some really shocking ones here later on in the video, but if you come across it, it is rare. It's a rare item inside of the game, and that is specifically the content creator profile icon. It's quite the flex, if you ask me. I'm not sure the exact amount of content creator profile icons have been handed out, but there can't be that many content creators in the program, right? No more than 1,000. I would say still in the hundreds. So if you come across a content creator profile icon, it is a pretty dang rare thing. Moving along to our next rare feat within Brawl Stars, and this one honestly is historical. It is groundbreaking inside the community. We have Panther here by the @Gamer Panthier, and yes indeed, this screenshot is not fake. They were able to win 1 million gems inside of Brawl Stars, and this was before the event that's currently going on right now, where if you do get lucky, you can get 1 million gems along with your friends in the Brawl Together campaign. But the nature of the campaign that the individual won was 2 campaigns ago, a couple months ago, and there were 5 golden codes dispersed amongst like millions and millions and millions and millions of individuals. Panther got lucky and was able to wish for whatever they wanted to. Initially, he ended up saying that he wanted 170 gems for every single person who played Brawl Stars. 170 gems, which would have been way more than 1 million gems. So the Brawl Stars dev team didn't allow them to go that massive, so they took it a step back, and Panther ended up going with 1 million gems for himself. Now, this feat is so rare, this golden code, as we said before, there were millions and millions and millions of people who participated in this giveaway campaign, and only 5 of them won. But it was so massive that I believe we only know 2 or 3 people that ended up winning that golden code and what they wished for. I believe one other individual ended up getting 1,000,001 gems or something like that. But it's so rare that not even the outer Brawl Stars community was able to see how this even unfolded. It's absolutely insane and a crazy historical moment. And let's just be honest, the person who owned 1 million gems on their account has one of the most rare accounts inside of Brawl Stars. Speaking of rare accounts, I at least had to share with you guys some of the accounts that I own that have particularly rare things before we move into like outside of my control, outside of Brawl Stars' rare things, right? But one thing in particular that's made an appearance on my channel a few different times that I am super proud of is this account. It's called Ray's Mini. If you go to the inbox, you can see this beautiful unclaimed reward in the inbox that I still hold so much pride over. Skin donation, Star Shelly, a unclaimed Star Shelly skin 1,418 days ago. It's been kind of debunked that the Star Shelly skin is technically not one of the rarest skins in the game, seeing that so many accounts out there own it. It's just that some people don't play the game anymore that were around when it was first globally released, which was the only time we were able to get this skin for free when Brawl Stars was globally released that long ago, 1,418 days. So a lot of accounts have it, it's just a lot of them are abandoned. But what makes this truly special and incredibly rare is the fact that I haven't claimed it yet, right? I'm assuming there aren't a lot of accounts out there who didn't claim their Star Shelly skin, let alone are even able to say that they own the Star Shelly skin in the first place. My goodness, I couldn't see a reason why you wouldn't claim a free skin if you're playing around that time, you know? I think the only reason this ended up working out is it was just an old account that I forgot I even made that was around at that time, that I happened to stumble across several years later while booting up a device that I haven't been on for years. So that's the reason why I have this account that I think is incredibly rare. Moving along to another, I suppose, rare thing that I own, your boy Ray owns, and that is my glorious Ray trophy room, which I haven't brought up in a really long time. It's a dedicated club that I made to save cursed accounts way back in the day. Believe it or not, nowadays, cursed accounts are kind of making a little bit of a comeback. Basically, you start off with Shelly and then you unlock one other brawler, whatever that brawler is. I have 3 different cursed accounts here. So the top one is Colt. So I'd have Shelly and Colt, and I try to push that Colt to a absurd rank. Now, back in the day, in my opinion, the cursed accounts were way cooler, seeing that we couldn't just purchase any brawler with gems. Most of the reason why the Dynamite account and the Colt account were really, really rare was the fact that they both were trophy road brawlers, brawlers in which you had to unlock by getting to a specific trophy milestone. So we were able to unlock these trophy road brawlers through different means, such as challenges for a Dynamite and a Colt skin, but in the end, it just made it incredibly rare and unique for these cursed accounts. But why I think this is pretty dang rare is I have my 3 favorite brawlers, cursed accounts that haven't been ravaged by the auto collection of the Brawl Pass. So still to this day, they're chilling there. Rank 35 pushes on these cursed accounts, all at 500 by the trophy reset when it comes around, but they're all in the same exact state. Time relics, I would say, pretty dang hype. You know, it's funny, on my main account, I only have 1 rank 35, but I've pushed a few rank 35s in my day. It's hard to account for them. But I absolutely adore these accounts, and I'm so thankful we happened to come across this way to preserve these accounts, because if we didn't create this club and put these accounts in those clubs where I would then never log into them, they would look way different than these. If we auto collected the Brawl Passes, these accounts would have several brawlers unlocked on them, right, from that auto collection of the Brawl Pass. So super hyped that this still works, and super hyped we were able to pull this off, right, for my 3 favorite brawlers, rank 35 cursed account pushes. Make sure to let me know if you guys like to see some cursed account pushes in current day. It might be fun to bring it back. We'll have to see. The final thing that I can say I own, and honestly one of the things that I'm most proud of that I consider rare, is the Star Park Games Mortis Crown Pin, the pin that I managed to win by winning the Star Park Games that Kairos ended up holding on his channel. It was a beautiful series and a really fun time, and it was an awesome collaboration between creator and BrawlStar's dev team, who accommodated a really cool end prize, and that was the winner of the Star Park Games would be able to design a pin that the dev team would create and then put in game, which of course we ended up winning, and I was able to give it away to all of you guys 6 months ago now at the point that I'm recording this video, which is absolutely insane. Now, it's kind of this funny dilemma in my opinion. I wouldn't consider this pin specifically incredibly rare, though it will be pretty dang rare down the line, kind of like a Star Shelly skin fiasco, because I doubt they would re-release this pin for any occasion. But I do have some metrics here. Around 1.4 million people own this pin. They were able to claim this pin through the link that I provided in that video or through other means. So a lot of people have it, but where I think the rareness factor comes into play is the fact that it's kind of one of a kind, where it was a pin designed around a competition that a YouTuber held on their channel, and I happened to be able to win the thing. So I feel like it's rare in a sense for that nature. And who knows, maybe it'll have that air of rareness around it, much like the Star Shelly skin has today. We'll have to wait and see on that one. All right, y'all, so we are kind of getting rarer and rarer here in this episode today, and we will be ending on, I think, the rarest thing inside of Brawl Stars at the end of the video, of course. But these next pins here are so rare that things like 1.4 million players who downloaded the pins, which seems like a lot, but for the Brawl Stars community, that Mortis Crown Pin is still relatively rare compared to some other pins here in this game. But getting back to it, we're now kind of getting into that thousands of people have them, if not hundreds of people have them. And the one in particular that's next on our list is this one here, the trophy with the Star Park hat on it. Now, the trophy pins in the game are pretty dang rare as is. They were only really released during specific events that were centralized around World Finals or specific esporting events, and those are one and done. I couldn't see them re-releasing those in the shop anytime soon, but this specific trophy pin takes it a step further. The only way you were able to get this pin was being present during the Brawl Stars World Finals last year during the Candyland Brawl Stars update time, which is crazy, dude. We're talking multitudes of hundreds of people, right? Not that many people were able to be packed into that building, and specifically the only way you were able to get this on your account was a card that was in a goodie bag that was sent out to people who bought tickets and sat down in the audience. So there was a card. You'd scan the card or the QR code and it would be loaded into your account. So hundreds of people were able to get this pin. So a very rare pin. If you see someone rocking this in game, that means that they were present during the Brawl Stars World Finals last year and have a very rare pin. Moving along to the next one, and thank you to DevBuild, we can even highlight things like this. But we're getting even more rare, and I think you guys saw this coming, but specific pins that you win for winning a Brawl Stars World Finals. I believe there's only 3 renditions of this pin, where you have the trophy doing his fun little animation and then holding up a sign in the year that you won the World Finals. These pins are so incredibly rare, it's hard to wrap your head around. The amount of players that play this game, Brawl Stars, are in the millions, right? But the number of people who own this specific 2019 pin is 3 people in the entire world. It's convenient Spen has the picture of them up on his Twitter here, but the 3 people who own it is Spen, Tom, and Cerulean. It's one of the most ridiculous flexes in the game I can think of, right? If you're playing up against a team and they have question marks above their name, you're a little bit higher up in trophies, and you see someone flashing the 2019 trophy pin. That means it's either Cerulean, Tom, or Spen that you're playing up against, right? It's so identifiable. It's so cool. Now, of course, I'd like to say the 2019 World Finals pin is the rarest, seeing that it was the very first one. But in my opinion, there are even more rare circumstances for specific accounts out there. And that is, of course, owning 2 Brawl Stars World Finals pins, right? Now, I don't think they have all the World Finals pins loaded into the dev build. I don't see a 2020 or a 2021, but none other than a few individuals in the entire world, we're using Tensai as an example, specifically own 2 Brawl Stars World Finals pins. As you can see in Tensai's bio, 2021 and 2022 World Champion. So just picture this, how rare we're actually getting here, right? This dude can have on his profile while he's playing in game a 2021 Brawl Stars World Finals Championship pin and a 2022 Brawl Stars World Finals Championship pin. So if you happen to come across someone in game who flashes both of these pins, it can only be a handful of individuals, right? I believe it's like 3 people who have both, or 2. I'm not sure the exact amount, but it's ridiculous. It's one step further in terms of rarity than just owning 1, right? So next up, moving along to what I think is the rarest account, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's the most impressive account, right? I think that is still going to be held by the Brawl Stars World Finalist winners, right? Receiving those pins, those are incredibly rare. But I think ending off this video here today, this account is like a 1 out of 1, right? You can't replicate this account. It's so rare that it's its own thing. And that is Nat's account, guys. Huge thank you to Nat for sending over some footage of her account of her tick skins. Now, if you look a little bit closely here, you might notice something that's a little bit bizarre going on that truly should not be happening, and that is Nat owned a tick true gold skin without owning the tick true silver skin. The only way physically possible that you can own a true gold skin is if you own the true silver skin prior to that. So Nat ended up highlighting how this even came to be, and it's a really funny story if you ask me. Kind of like an exception to making the most rare account in the entire world. But I believe the way that it went down is there was some sort of stream going on where Frank was streaming, but she ends up highlighting what went down here, where Frank, I believe, was streaming at the time. And Frank typed out in the chat where Nat was present in, saying, by the way, 1,000 likes on a post and tick true silver/gold skin with the next batch. Deal? Nat said, bet, dude, I am so down for this. Of course, she fired off the tweet, 1,000 likes, and we get true gold skin. Guys, help me out, please. So then, of course, it was hit. I mean, 1,000 likes. I mean, come on, 1,837, so easy. It was relatively early on in the phases of true gold skins being rolled out. I believe this was the 2nd batch of true gold and true silver skins to ever be released into Brawl Stars, right? So it was kind of a big deal, right? Nat's favorite brawler is Tick, so she went along with it. Seeing Seeing that she hit the milestone, of course, true gold and true silver tick made it into the next batch, and she celebrated. She was very, very excited, right? I would be too. But along with that, to celebrate the occasion and helping to get true silver and true gold tick into the game early, right? All the tick fans out there were rejoicing that Nat was like their fearless leader, helping to get true gold and true silver tick in the game. They awarded Tick a free true gold tick skin. Of course, the only way to get the true gold skin without getting the true silver would be in this nature, getting it into your inbox where you'd be able to claim it, and then it's resting on your account without the true silver skin. So literally a 1-for-1. I don't have any knowledge of this happening in any other manner, so it's not like crazy, right? Just having not a true silver skin but having a true gold skin, but still it's rare, right? It's a 1 out of 1. No one else has an account like it. It's unique and rare. It's so dang cool, bro. I absolutely adore it, and kind of a troll, a rare account in Brawl Stars. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, taking a trip down memory lane and looking at some of the rarest things that I know of inside of the game, some things that are more personal, things that I own in the game, but then taking it up a notch when we're talking about super specifically rare accounts and rare things that they own on their accounts. It's super, super cool. If you guys know of anything else out there that's incredibly rare, I would love to hear about it for future videos much like this. But if you found it interesting, found it enjoyable, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. And we'll be talking super, super soon. Adios and take care, everybody.